Hello, my friends, and welcome back for another Reiki and massage session done in an ASMR style. Tonight's session was requested by one of my viewers, and our session is going to focus on healing wounds of heartbreak or disappointment when it comes to relationships and connection, healing these wounds so that we can open up and learn to love again. Keep in mind, this could be connection and love with yourself, connection and love with family or friends, or connection and love with a significant other or a partner. So there's a lot of different ways we can apply this session to our personal lives, depending on what we're going through. Okay? So, before we get started, just in case this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Misty, and I create these healing Reiki and massage sessions on my channel to help people relax, help them sleep, help them heal while they sleep, and maybe just to find a little space throughout the day where they can really soften and relax and be at peace. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, stick around, watch this video, and don't forget to like or subscribe. Like and subscribe if you enjoy it. Okay. Also, as I said, this was a requested topic, so feel free to go down into the comments section if there's a topic you want me to cover or a theme you would like me to discuss. Put it in the comments, okay? I have a list and I'll do my best to get to that. All right. I have a little candle here. Just a very plain little white candle, and we will be using this to set our intention for this session. I have some matches. These matches were a gift in a welcome bag at a wedding last year. So we'll open those up, pull out a match, and okay, that match smells good. Alright, my friend, just take a look at this little candle, this little perfect ball of energy. So with this energy, with this candle, we are going to set an intention to heal old wounds, old heartbreak, old disappointments. Let these things go so that we can open up to love and connection again. Okay, so just connecting that intention into your mind, mind to intention. I'm going to take this candle and I'm going to begin to warm your aura with that intention. So this candle is infused with our intention. We're just going to allow that to seep and steep into your energy. for tonight's session. We'll set this candle over to burn for our session. Got it in this beautiful candle holder. I'm going to show you really quickly. It's got flowers on it. These little tiny pin size holes make the shapes. It allows the light to shine through. I think it's really beautiful. So our intention will sit in this vessel as we work. I've also already hand selected some white copal incense to start the cleansing portion of our session. I'm going to use our intention candle to light the incense. Okay, so with this smoke, we are beginning to clear away surface area energy that might be blocking or preventing energetic work from happening during this session. So quite often I like to think here on the surface of our energy, we have energy we've picked up from other people, places, and things. It is not our energy. It is not serving us, but it's very natural for it to attach itself to us. And so this smoke is clearing away that energy so we can get down into what really matters. Clear away the noise from the week and get into the true healing for tonight's session. Okay, I'm going to clean by the soles of your feet really good. Okay. And then coming up, getting into the mind where we might have just picked up other people's thoughts and opinions and their noise. Good. I'm going to circle around the crown and then circle all the way around your body here, creating a little energetic bubble for us to work in this evening. There we go. All right, so for tonight's session, I'm going to start with just a very light massage, and this really is just to help you relax the physical body so that you can be more receptive to the energetic healing. Okay, this is going to be a very light touch massage. I'm going to come in with my thumbs, just gently massage the body. As I do this, feel free to take a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, gentle sigh out of the mouth. Two more times. Just grounding with some medium pressure presses along the length of the body. All right. Okay, so I want to do a couple of different cleansing techniques energetically here. Since we are working with heartbreak, I'm sure all of us know that heartbreak is one of the strongest emotions that we feel as humans in our lifetime. And it can be very painful in the moment, and the remnants and the wounds from that heartache and heartbreak can stick with us for a very long time. And so what I want to do is just clear away some of that gunk that has built up around the heart and the energetic body from holding on to these wounds and this heartbreak for too long. Okay? I'm going to come in with a couple of feathers, and I'm going to start by sweeping the outer edges of your aura. So again, we're sort of starting on the surface, working our way in. Just clearing out, sweeping away this old, stuck energy that is sitting in your aura. Keep in mind, this again could be heartbreak that you perhaps caused yourself in your relationship with yourself, heartbreak with friends or family, or a significant other. Trust me, we're all carrying something around. Just sort of gonna gently pat the aura with the feathers. Okay. Next, I'm going to come in with my little selenite. And again, coming in a little bit deeper now, I'm going to start to scoop out any of this energy from heartbreak that is not serving you. I think there's always a lesson to be learned from heartbreak, and sort of a way for us to carry that heartbreak forward in a healthy way, for lack of a better term coming to mind at the moment. And then, we cannot deal with it. We can sort of sit in it for too long, and it becomes heavy, and it becomes stagnant, and it sort of starts to fester like any wound, right? So, clearing that out. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a couple of sweeps. So the next thing I want to do is come straight to the heart and work with the heart for a minute. I have this really large chunk of rose quartz, and I want to place this on the heart. This is the stone for love and compassion, understanding. And I want to place that on the heart. And as we let the rose quartz sit here for a moment, I want to introduce you to an idea or a concept that you may have heard before. It is by Brené Brown, and the concept is strong back, soft front, wild heart. And this phrase or idea comes from the fact that we live in a society where, as things happen to us as we grow up and become adults and move throughout the world, quite often we take these pains, we take these wounds and heartache, and we build armor around ourselves to protect ourselves, right? And quite often that armor will be on the front of our body. So if we're imagining energetically, we put it on the front, right? Because we want to keep people and things from hurting us. So we build up this armor around the front of ourselves, around our heart. And sometimes that's all we focus on. And so imagine, if you will, that you had all of this armor just on your chest, right? You would start to hunch forward and lean over and energetically lose the strength and the stability in your spine. Our spine we associate with our backbone, right? Our courage, our confidence, our strength, our conviction to be able to move through the world and be the person we want to be, right? So where we're taught to put up the armor and not necessarily stand up for ourselves or stick up for ourselves, but just hide ourselves, right? This concept heart is the opposite of that. So we want to use these pains and these wounds to strengthen our backbone, to give us confidence and courage so that we can stand up tall and say what it is that we need to say, right? And carry those lessons and those pains with a little bit of grace and try to transform them and transmute them into a useful energy. Okay? So that's sort of where I want to go with this healing portion of our session, is we want to chip away at some of that armor. Okay? We want to transmute that energy so that you are confident and courageous and you stand tall in your truth. And we want to soften the heart so that it can be open to new connection, new love, new lessons. Okay, so I want to start by tapping some affirmations into your heart. And I actually have a piece of tiger's eye here, which is a stone of courage and confidence. So I'm going to take the tiger's eye and gently tap the rose quartz. Okay. And we'll start to add some affirmations in here. My heart is open. My heart is open. My heart is open. My heart is open. I transform my pain into confidence and courage. 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 I am open to love and connection. 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 I will not let fear keep me from loving. I will not let fear keep me from loving. I will not let fear keep me from loving. I will not let fear keep me from loving. I will not let fear keep me from loving. My heart is open. My heart is open. My heart is open. Okay. So I feel like we were, as we did that, chipping away at some of that armor. So I'm just going to gently wipe it away. I also want to place 2 more rose quartz that I have. So I have this little one that I want to place on your throat. So this is leaning into sending love out so that the universe knows that you're open to love. Okay, so like being able to communicate love to others. So placing that rose quartz there. I also want to place a rose quartz on your solar plexus. Okay. Our courage and confidence is rooted in this energetic center, so I want to infuse love into that center. And then I have one piece of carnelian, and this little guy is going to go on your sacral chakra, where this energetic center is really about passion, energetic flow, and like allowing ourselves to feel good and to enjoy life, including enjoying our love for ourselves, our love for other people. So I want to tap into that energy. And then again, we're going to come back and just gently palpate with the tiger's eye to infuse that strong backbone into this soft energy. Have these little lavender rice bags coming in to just show your physical body and your energetic body a little bit of love with a nice little rice bag massage. The wild heart portion of that concept is really about letting your authentic, true self shine through and letting that be what builds the connection with yourself, with your friends, with your lovers. I have this adorable little tray that says steeped with love. And we're going to imagine that there's this loving, open, fearless energy, right? In this dish. And I'm going to scoop some of that up and dab onto your chakras. Dabbing it onto the third eye. Dabbing it onto the crown. Throat. Heart. solar, sacral, and root. And just coming in with our flower that is a symbol of love, and tapping that in to your body. Okay, I'm going to place that at your feet. And we'll just use this cocoa amber mist, which has amber, chocolate, and vanilla scents, to spray over your aura and body this evening, using that to fluff up the aura, protecting you for the evening so that you sleep well and can allow this Reiki healing to infuse as you sleep. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope that you enjoyed this session, and I hope that you sleep well, and I will see you again